everyone, Jennifer here. I've had a long day and I need to laugh. So today's tea time with Jennifer is going to be a little bit different. Okay, I have my cup of tea. This is just black tea with milk and I'm really looking forward to it. I hope you have your cup of tea. Get ready for some lightheartedness. I think, when you have a long day, sometimes laughter really is the best medicine. So today is the first Tea Time with Jennifer meme edition. Okay, I love a good meme, just like the next person. And so whenever I see a good meme, I save it. And I've collected a few today, and I thought that we could go over them together and just laugh together with our cups of tea and just have some levity on this day. We're starting off with one that's not so much funny, but it's nostalgic. And I saw this meme and I just loved it. And it says, "When your granny dressed like this, who remembers?" So my grandma did not dress like that, but my great-grandmother did. I think my generation, our grandmothers didn't quite dress like this, or maybe they did, but definitely our great-grandparents for me. And I just saw this and I thought, wow, this past century has been the century where dress codes, dress sense has just changed so drastically. I mean, can you imagine what the people at the turn of the century, in the 1900s, for example, what they would think if they could see someone from the year 2000, especially with women's dress. They would just be totally blown away. I always think that whenever I'm out in public, I think, I wonder what somebody from Marie Antoinette's time, for example, would think of the modern woman, with the yoga pants and all of that stuff. What would she think? Like, I just always think about that. And I just think that's quite funny. So I love this meme, "When your granny dressed like this, who remembers?" Who remembers? Let me know if you remember if your granny dressed like that. Okay, I find this next one quite funny. "I don't need a big fancy vacation. I'd be happy with a trip to the bathroom by myself." So that is the phase of life that I'm in right now. I will just kind of test myself and literally say, okay, I'm going to sneak off to the bathroom. I bet you anything I will be interrupted. And almost every single time I'm in there, and then a few seconds later, "Mom?" Like, what on earth? So that's just the season of life I am in. We are not taking any fancy vacations right now. I would be happy to a trip to the bathroom by myself. And I think that's why things are so peaceful when the kids go to bed at night, because I can actually, use the restroom without being interrupted. The next one, "You can be on time or everyone can be wearing shoes. You can't have both." And this one is from Mommy Back Talk. And so, by the way, if I have a credit for the meme, I will say it. Some of these memes don't have any credit, but if there is credit, I will definitely list that. So you can be on time or everyone can be wearing shoes. You can't have both. So I actually have a funny story about this. This is why I thought this was funny. The other day, my husband was taking the three older kids, to a field trip. And they were going to a farm and they had to wear closed-toed shoes. So the girls were fine, they were all ready, but my son, the night before, I remember I couldn't find his shoes and I thought, oh, they'll probably turn up somewhere the next day for the field trip. Never do that. And by the way, my older son, only has one pair of shoes because his feet grow so fast that I just buy one pair of tennis shoes. That's all he really needs. I don't need to buy, a whole line of shoes for him. So he only has one pair of shoes, and we always usually put them in the garage on the rack. But for some reason, they weren't there. And so anyway, it was hectic and they were all getting ready to go to the field trip and I couldn't find his shoes. I mean, I couldn't find them anywhere. I looked under the sofas, and that's where they always are if I can't find them. They're under the sofas. Looked under the sofas, in his bedroom, upstairs, everywhere. I was desperate. And I ended up calling my friend who was also going on the field trip, and she has a son the same age, around 2. And I asked if she could bring a pair of her son's shoes for my son, that my husband could put them on when he got there. And they were like, sure, they were gonna help me. And then at the last second, I thought, what if they're in the backyard? And sure enough, they were in the backyard. I went back there, and I guess he'd been playing back there the day before, and he took them off while he was playing, and I didn't realize that. So anyway, I probably should have more than one pair of shoes for insurance purposes, but I just thought that this meme was so funny. And, I think they were a bit late because of this. So you can be on time, or everyone can be wearing shoes, but you can't have both. Okay, this next one. Me waiting for my kid to finish their story. This is from Mom's Got Ink. I think this is so funny. It's all in good fun, but honestly, it's when I see that skeleton just kind of like laying back like this. Everybody knows when you have small children and they love to talk to you and tell you stories. With my girls, they love that show Ninjago, you know, that ninja Lego show. And so they go into these long monologues about what happened in Ninjago. And of course, you know, I don't care. I don't care what happened in Ninjago, but so much of parenting is caring and showing that you care. So I'll get down on their level and I'll be attentive, and I just, you know, I want them to tell me things, right? Because if I'm always like, you know, don't tell me now, I'm busy, or if I rush them through it, one day when they want to tell me serious things, they won't want to tell me, right? So I want to be that mom who listens to them right off the bat. But when they tell me their long monologue, this is what I feel like. I'm just thinking, oh my gosh, when is this going to end? I thought that was so funny. Okay, this next one is not so much funny, but something to ponder. Okay, this says, fun fact, if someone made an 8-hour movie no one would watch because it's too long, take the same movie and break it into 8 episodes and people would watch it straight through. That is so true. So that's a commentary on our TV binge watching culture that we have. And I've never watched something for 8 episodes. I mean, that would just be crazy. At that point, you need like to, you know, get a job or or clean the house or something. That's crazy. But I'm sure there are people who have done that. So, in fact, I know there are. But, you know, back in my husband and my day, when we had more time, we would definitely watch a Netflix show that we would get into, and we'd watch 2 or 3 episodes at night. And that is a lot of time. That's why in my efficiency videos, I'm always saying, if you want to be more efficient, cut out TV, because look how much time it wastes. But it's so funny because if I were to sit down for a 3-hour movie, I would think this is too long. This is too long. I don't have the time for this. But yet we watch 3 episodes of something in a row. So let's be honest in the comment section. Have you ever binge watched television for more than 4 hours? Let us know in the comment section below. I've done it. I've totally done it. I don't do it anymore because I don't have the time and I'm trying to be more efficient. But anyway. Okay, this next one is too truthful. It's too truthful. Okay, it says, when dad has a cold, and it shows this amazing painting, looks like from the Renaissance. And so dad is there and everybody's attending to him and it's all about him, right? Because he has a cold, he has a man cold. And then down there, when mom has one, when mom has a cold. This is from boredpanda.com. Yes, so when mom has a cold, all the kids are hanging on her, they still expect everything. She's looking up to the heavens like, please help. Ladies, can you relate to this? Okay, so when your husband has a cold, is it just me? Is it just Mr. Connoisseur, or is it all husbands? When your husband has a cold, the world stops and like it's the man cold, you know, the famous man cold. When mom has a cold, no one cares. You don't get a break. You still have to do everything that you had to do before. You just feel really terrible while doing it. This meme is it's perfection. It's just so accurate. Okay, this one says, marry someone who knows how to cook. Looks go away, hunger doesn't. And that's true. That is very true. Looks do go away. They always go away. You know, you see people who used to be extremely attractive, maybe movie stars or something, maybe they age a little hard. You know, looks do go away, right? Hunger doesn't. Cooking matters, and being a good cook matters for both the man and the woman. I truly believe that. So I always think if you want to hone in on a skill and you want to, you know, acquire a skill, learn how to cook really well. I was never that good of a cook when I was younger. In fact, my husband would probably tell you I was pretty terrible. But now I'm a pretty good cook and I do enjoy it. So it's something that you can learn. I like that meme. Okay, this one. This one is so funny. How my kid smiles for a $200 package of school pictures. Can testify to this. This is just too funny. The school pictures, they are so expensive, and we still have school pictures even though we homeschool because we do them through our private satellite program. Sorry. But the faces that they make. I'm sorry, this is too funny. Oh my goodness. I promise you, I'm only drinking tea. The faces that they make are so funny. And I don't want to embarrass my children, but I have some hilarious school pictures where I'm thinking, really? You couldn't pull out a smile, just a normal smile for this picture? Okay, whew, moving on. I think this is funny. I think a lot of you would find this funny. You and your husbands, it says, there's a skeleton and it says, my wife is still in the craft department. If you see her, tell her I'm still here. Now, this would never happen to me because my husband does not like to go shopping, so I never take him shopping, never. I learned that the hard way when we were first married. We were first married, and my husband and I were only engaged for 6 months before we were married, so we didn't know each other that well. And so after we got married, we bought our first townhome together. I wanted to decorate it. I wanted some lamps for our master bedroom, just nice lamps that matched because we didn't have any matching lamps. So anyway, I took him, I'll never forget, took him to Restoration Hardware on the 3rd Street Promenade in Santa Monica. And I was just, newlyweds, decorating, I was just so excited, so into it. He did not have the patience to, it was funny. It ended up in a fight, I think. I think I was crying. I just couldn't believe it. So, when you get married, you just expect the other person, especially women, you just expect the man to be like you, to just be like a woman and just like doing everything that women like to do. Some men do like that. Some men do like shopping and that type of thing. My husband does not. And I learned that the hard way. I can't even remember what he did, but it just did not jive and it did not go well. And I ended up getting the lamps, but it was, after that experience, I thought, oh, and then I had a few more where I thought, okay, no, he doesn't like shopping. It's confirmed, okay? Unless it's for him. I hope he doesn't watch this video. But if there is a husband that does like to accompany his wife and she goes in the craft department, that's gonna be him. He's gonna be waiting a long time. Okay, I thought this next one was funny. It says, I don't know who needs to see this, but your laundry needs to be put in the dryer. You're welcome. And that's from Beautiful Mommies. And yes, most of us always have laundry that needs to be put in the dryer. And I always have laundry that needs to be put in the dryer late at night, but then I wait because I don't want to wake the baby. So, because if I open up my dryer, that's a really loud noise. So usually I just wait until he wakes up. So when he starts crying, and I put him to bed at 7 and he usually wakes up at 10:30. And so I'll stay up until 10:30. And then when he wakes up at 10:30, then I'll open the dryer and put the laundry in. So it's just funny. It's just the things that we have to do, right? But I thought that was funny. Okay, this one is quite funny too. It says, how I think my family outings look. And it's a scene from The Sound of Music, everybody well dressed and well scrubbed, well groomed, and everybody behaving and singing a song. And how my family outings actually look like a pack of monkeys. There's a really funny story. This was when we only had the girls. So this was before my son was born. And we went to Costco. My husband and I went to Costco with our 2 daughters. And I had the younger daughter with me, and Ben had our older daughter. I had the younger daughter and I was pushing the cart, and he had my older daughter. And we joke about this with her. Right now, she's very well behaved, but when she was younger, she was just a terror, And I can't remember what happened. He wouldn't let her push the cart. It was really busy, and she was really mad about that. So he's carrying her out of Costco, and she kicked him in the groin so hard that he jerked back and his sunglasses fell off his head. And my younger daughter and I were like, we don't know them. We don't know them. Keep walking. She got into a lot of trouble for that, by the way. So we don't let our children behave like that. But it's funny, the things they do in public sometimes when they're young, and it's like a pack of monkeys. It's like we were behaving like a pack of monkeys. I'll never forget that. Okay, this is just hilarious. For anybody who uses social media, especially all my YouTube friends, somewhere right now there's a hater looking at your posts like this. And isn't this from that movie, Whatever Happened to Baby Jane with Bette Davis? I think it is. That's a great movie, by the way. And this, I have a YouTube troll that subscribes to my channel, and as soon as and they get notifications, and as soon as I upload a video, this person is on it. They go immediately, within 30 seconds, they go to my video and they hit the dislike button. So this is who I imagine my YouTube hater looks like. This is what she looks like. Last one, the grand finale. Sometimes I feel like throwing in the towel, but that would only make more laundry for me. So remember that, ladies. When you feel like throwing in the towel, don't do it. It's just gonna give you more laundry. Hey, I hope that you enjoyed this meme edition on Tea Time with Jennifer. Let me know if you would like me to do another one of these. If you have any funny memes that you would like me to see or feature on this meme edition, please send them to me, or you can use the hashtag Tea Time with Jennifer on social media and I'll be able to find them that way. And maybe the meme that you send to me might be featured in a future episode. I would love to hear your thoughts on all of these memes. Let me know what you think about them. I hope that this video gave you a nice laugh. Thanks so much for joining me today on Tea Time with Jennifer, and I will see you in my next video.